In this video, we are going to talk about what the rich do that poor don't. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. A mere 48% of the world's wealth today belongs to the world's wealthiest 1% of the population. Around $1.9 trillion is held by the world's top 80 richest individuals, which happens to be the same amount as the bottom 3.5 billion people. Is it even possible? There are 80 persons on the planet who share the same amount of money as 3.5 billion. Many of us are shocked to learn that we are in the lowest 99% of the global income distribution. Because of this, the Occupy movement was born back in 2011. 1% of the population was upset by the setting of rules for an unjust global economy that is shutting our future, that was done by the affluent 1%. What's the truth about this, please? Whether or if we are victims is a question we must answer. Is it possible that we're all too scared to work hard and earn our own money, so we're always looking for a handout from those who have worked hard for it? Only 11 of the 80 richest individuals in the world inherited their fortune, despite the fact that many of us would prefer to think otherwise. The other 69 have made their fortunes by starting with nothing at all. As an example, have a look at Warren Buffett. Although he was raised in a middle-class family, he developed a lifelong obsession with business and investment from an early age. He is valued $72.3 billion as of now, with a B. This money was not given to him. He's earned it since he's always acted like a wealthy person and stayed away from poor people's methods of acting. Considering his fortune, should he be forced to share it with the rest of us since we haven't achieved as much? No, I don't believe that's the case. Instead, we should all be learning the habits of the wealthy and actively participating in them. 1. The rich believe in the law of income. Wealthy people feel that money is based on the value they provide for customers. This means that they should be rewarded fairly if they contribute significantly to the creation of a product that practically everyone in the world wants or needs. Self-dimming rearview mirrors, which are now standard equipment in almost every American automobile, were invented by someone I personally know. If he only received $15 an hour for the time he invested in developing this product, do you think it's fair? Perhaps he should have a cut of the profits from each sale since his product has been a huge success? I'm a great lover of capitalism, and I believe in it. They think that everyone should be compensated equally, no matter what they accomplish. Innovation would be stifled if everyone held to this view, and the poor would remain poor, as would the rest of society. In my opinion, this is not what I want for my children's futures. 2. The rich focus on opportunities, not obstacles. There was once a shoe salesman who found himself in a foreign nation and attempted to sell shoes to the locals there. He was unsuccessful. The only issue was that nobody present wore shoes, making the transaction far more difficult than usual. The frustrated salesperson eventually quit trying and planned to leave the region as soon as possible. Another shoe salesperson greeted him as he was leaving the building. The first salesperson warned his other travelers not to bother approaching the village because these folks don't even wear shoes. The second salesman's eyes widened as he became more serious. Who doesn't have any shoes? Then I could make a sale to each and every person in this town. How very lucky we are to have found a market that has not yet been exploited. It really depends on how you look at things. The impoverished are more likely to recognize challenges and give up easily, but the affluent are more likely to see chances and explore fields that many others would only dream of. 3. The rich associate with positive, successful people. People who are wealthy are aware that attitude is important. They are more likely to start complaining about the weather, bad-mouthing the government, and speaking badly about the health of the economy if they consistently hang out with others who do such things. If, on the other hand, these same people begin associating with people who continually speak about achievement, opportunity, and the positive things in life, there is a good probability that they will see the world from a completely different viewpoint. The globe, which had previously been a deplorable place to live, transforms overnight into a prosperous and fruitful country rich with opportunities. A good illustration of this is the relationship between native-born citizens of the United States and newcomers to the country. It is far more probable for immigrants to become billionaires than it is for those of us who were born and raised here. What is the primary reason? We often complain about the drawbacks of living in our country, yet foreigners see it as the land of endless possibilities. To tell you the truth, it all depends on your perspective. 4. The rich are willing to promote themselves and their value. People who have a lot of money don't feel the need to hide their strengths from others. They aren't making things up the vast majority of the time. It's an undeniable fact. Poor individuals may be excellent at many things, but they constantly tend to minimize their abilities to the point where they are irrelevant, either because they have a bad attitude about salesmen or because they lack confidence in themselves. As a result, you have the incorrect assumption that their abilities consist of absolutely nothing. If you want to have a lot of money, you need to learn how to sell things, or at the absolute least, you need to learn how to sell yourself. 5. The rich grow bigger than their problems. When poor people encounter a challenge, they often attribute it to their lack of fortune and give up attempting to find a solution. The wealthy face challenges and may scratch their brains for a time, but they do not give up trying to find solutions. They are going to put in an incredible amount of effort up to the point when they find a solution to the issue so that they may emerge victorious in the end. A captivating anecdote that is an excellent illustration of this concept was told to me a few years ago. There was a piece of property that had been offered for sale that was always considered to be residential. Many investors in the region were aware that the value of the property would be worth 25 times the selling price if the property were used for commercial purposes. However, many investors had attempted to make this appeal and failed, and as a result, the property continued to be offered for sale at a price that was significantly reduced. After that, though, a courageous lady accepted the challenge. She made the investment in the land, hired a legal team, and, after a protracted and arduous process that lasted many months, was successful in having the site designated as a commercial property. Her return on investment was 20 times more than it had been, and this was despite the fact that she had to pay for a team of attorneys, in just a few months, mind you. She took on the challenge and triumphed over it, which led to her becoming a very rich woman. 6. The rich think both, the poor think either or. The term opportunity cost was made up by economists a long time ago. Simply put, this means that if you choose one thing, you will have to give up another. Even poor people think this way. They have a set amount of money and think that they can either spend it on one thing or on another, but not on both. It makes sense, doesn't it? But the wealthy think about how to get both. In the same way as the previous example, let's give $5 to a rich person. They also want both ice cream and a $5 pack of gum, but instead of choosing one or the other, they decide to get both. To do this, someone with a rich mentality might not buy the ice cream or gum at first, but instead spend $5 on a 24-pack of water. They walk a ways down the road, sell each water bottle for 50 cents to people walking by, and make a total of $12. Now they can have ice cream and gum, and they still have $2 left over. Rich people don't think either or, they think both. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.